Alright, here we are once again. Sherlock Holmes versus Arséne Lupin, aka Nemesis. Let's get back to it. We were in a museum. That is what I recall. What our current objective is, I'm not sure. Oh right, we had snuck in our newsie. So now we are to...
Ah, there you are, gentlemen. You can reclaim your post. Nothing happened. Smooth sailing.
Well, Watson, it would appear that you served as reinforcement to Lestrade's men. It's a pleasure to see that 2 sleepless nights haven't taken away your legendary spirit of enterprise. Well, gentlemen, we'll wait and wait some more.
Seems odd that Watson would do all of these things with an attempt
the manpower surrounding the building.
to fool the world's
men
greatest
have a
detective.
carbide searchlight. No way of getting past it as long as it's a clear night. I have, moreover, locked all of the exits leading onto the hall where the Rosetta Stone is found and placed a man by each of the doors. 4 of my best men are locked inside and stationed directly in front of the stone. Knowing that it weighs almost 1,500 pounds, Lupin doesn't stand a chance.
We'll know soon enough.
Excuse me, Inspector, but I hope that your men won't forget to replace the iron bars in the room where they were. They shouldn't be left outside, as they don't like the humidity.
What are you saying, young man? I never gave the order to take any iron bars.
Listen, they were there 2 hours ago. Who would have taken them if not your men?
Leave it to me, Lestrade.
Say.
Young man, you said some iron bars had disappeared. Can you show me where?
Follow me. Here's the spot.
Tell me, what can be made with iron bars?
Everything and anything.
That narrows it down.
Do you know if anything else is missing?
I don't know. I didn't take the time to look because I must prepare some plans.
Return to your work. For the time being, I'll see if anything else is missing, and I'll come find you if I need any further information. Watson, join Lestrade and keep a check on things.
As for me, I'll be in my Actually, the director's office, if you need me.
Yeah. Gotta get to those plans. Definitely the priority here. Okay. Iron bars. Looks like rebar. A bit of
Some
rope.
rolls of rope were there.
What can be made with rope? Anything and everything. Pulley.
There was a pulley here.
The door is untextured. No, it's textured. What is this problem? No specular map? No gloss map? Is it this? I don't know. The texture is there, but there's no lighting effects on it. Don't know enough about 3D modeling to know for sure. Director's office? Are you truly here? Oh, good. Yes.
I was just saying that some things are missing. Would you have any idea what could be made with...
No idea. Let's see if anything else is missing.
Okay. Open. Let's see. There was a room over here, if I remember correctly, that also had some... Actually, I can't remember what's over there. Over here is the elephant and the text. There's only bear, and so maybe there's something missing over here. Indeed. Nope, just things to see.
A unique collection of precious ancient vases.
Alright, but the eye is over this cabinet. A font?
Curious piece.
Latas?
An incomplete table service, but priceless all the same.
That's not the word. Just like that.
The famous Piranesi vase.
An astrolabe?
The solar system. Impressive and ingenious. It's Richard I, King of England, better known as Richard the Lionheart. A lovely Stradivarius. A statue of Kali, the goddess of the dead. Destructive feminine energy.
That's not Kali.
A sculpture from the Roman epoch.
A koala.
A koala.
A penguin.
A stuffed penguin. Original.
Great Club, Woman Road, what's the name of that? Celtic woman who sought revenge after the Romans killed her husband.
Marble statue of Demeter.
Oh, no, I was way off. It wouldn't make any sense for there to be a Romanesque statue of her anyway, I suppose. Should have known. Okay, nothing in here, I guess. What was her name? I keep thinking of Vercingetorix, but obviously that's not the case, because he was the Gaelic king of the United Tribes against the Romans. Boudica. Boudica. Must be in the shack, huh? Anything missing in the shack? Oh.
The print from the bag that was found here is quite clear. The bag was recently removed.
Missing some ammonium nitrate, a pulley, a rope. You ever see Breaking Bad? I probably should have gone and checked the library section in the center, but to be honest with you, I really hate that room, so I didn't. Wait, I thought it was... I just got faked out. The music went silent, and I thought the screen went dark. I thought we were transitioning. But no, I was just staring at the door like an idiot. Okay. Any of you Frenchmen seen anything around here? Like another Frenchman? Let's examine your French. Oh my god. Quadruplets! What are the odds that all of you would grow up to be police officers and then stationed at the same place?
Nothing to report, Mr. Holmes.
Of course not.
Colossal bust of Ramesses II, Ramesses the Great.
Alright, I don't know.
Sarcophagus of Hapmen, absent for the moment, a gift of King George III.
Thanks, King George III.
Granite statue of Amun, in the form of a ram, protecting King Taharqa,
Both
a member of the
these-
25th dynasty.
Both of these doors are fake. Okay. Real fake doors. Okay.
Granodiorite bark, bearing a statue of Queen Mutemwia, who was the mother of Amenhotep III.
That's not bark. I've seen trees before.
Painted limestone statue of Nenkeftka, 5th dynasty.
Which amazingly phases through the pedestal. That's craftsmanship.
Column and chapter, in the shape of a palm, red granite.
That's not a chapter. I've seen a book before.
Fragment of the beard of the Great Sphinx. Ram of Amun.
Ram of Amun. This makes me want to watch the
In
Mummy.
Akkadian mythology, they were benevolent demons.
The greatest historical film. Ancient
Limestone stela with 3 figures of Bess, protector of households, brandishing a sword to fight evil.
Baboons are cool. Don't mess with them, though. Do not mess up. Now we have the door.
It's an ancient Babylonian door.
Real fake door. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is that meant to signify? It's supposed to be... Well, I doubt it's 8 feet tall, because Sherlock Holmes is not 2 3/4 feet tall. So... And that's not a foot. So it's numbered top to bottom instead of bottom to top. So that's not it. Numbers, I guess. Okay, I have no idea. Do I go and check the broken statue and catch Watson in his goddamn dirty lie, or do I have to go into this stupid library? Probably the library. Oh, got something over here. Just bury me. Fill in the hole.
A tarpaulin protected these materials, and it was removed.
Well, I assumed with the pulley, the rope, and the bag that it was meant to act as a counterweight. Tarpaulin, I guess, could be used as sort of a way to wrap it all up, but I didn't expect that because it seems totally unnecessary given that the bag is already a bag. Alright, let's try going in here, I guess.
This machine is strange. It must help to locate oneself in this...
That's one of the machines, that's one of the machines. Alright, I guess we're talking to this guy. Hopefully he's got something to say.
Da-dum-da-dum. Quite the business this, isn't it?
Dude, I know that you're in on this whole thing. There's no way you're an actual character. And also, are you like 4 feet tall? I know Sherlock is tall, but this is... You're like just above my belly button here. You're like a halfling. It's... Alright, I see nothing. I see nothing, I know nothing. I have nothing. Alright, let's go check this. We're not catching Watson in his stupid lie, I guess. I really don't want to go outside. That's a fake door. Let's check in here again. Did we miss something? I mean, obviously we did, but... Oh, right here.
A box of soap was recently removed.
That's everything. Okay. A roll of rope, a pulley, a box of soap, a large tarpaulin, 2 bags of cement. Okay. So, I'm still thinking counterweight. The soap? Is that meant to act as a lubricant? I mean, that barred soap makes a terrible lubricant, but I suppose. Also, why would there be a big-ass crate of soap here? The museum. Did they use this to clean off relics? Because that doesn't seem... should do. Alright, now what? I guess now I go talk to the director since he was all like, oh, some things are probably still missing.
Any news, Mr. Holmes?
I think I made the round of all the missing objects. Here I noted them on a piece of paper. Can you tell me now what could be made with this?
Hold on. I need to think for a moment.
It's quite thoughtful of them.
What's going on, Barncow?
The police are too kind. They took the time to remove the rubble that was in the hall.
However, they were given orders to not leave their post. Strange. I must look into that. Until later.
Did you chaps leave your post? You'll be tired for this. Okay, they're not here. Yes, they did leave their post. I can tell because they're not here. Open. 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 Oh, okay. Are they outside?
Footprints, look.
Footprints, look. Ah, we know these
Hold on.
footprints.
The most recent footprints on the ground correspond exactly with those that I found in the National Gallery, in the soil from the pot. Those of Lupin.
Okay, put it away. There we go. Alright. It's the end.
These footprints are size 9.
Oh, God.
Oh, I think I found it, Mr. Holmes. Upon closer inspection, the soap doesn't seem to have anything to do with this. I think they mean to install a pulley on a tripod in order to reel up a load situated much lower, like in a mine, for example.
What is the maximum weight of the load that we can raise?
Given the strength of the bars, it would all depend on the counterweight used. If, for example, we used one of the pedestals of the lions in front of the stairs, we could lift more than 2,000 pounds.
Holmes! Holmes! Come here! Quick!
It's Watson. We must get to him quickly.
Alright, I've clearly solved the thing that was going wrong with the measuring after how many games it has appeared in. I finally figured out why I have so much trouble with it, but it makes so little sense. Like, with a tape measure, the beginning or the end, which do you think is most significant? It's the beginning. You have to start measuring at the start. The tape can extend far past whatever it is you're measuring and still read an accurate measurement because it's a measuring tape. The reading is always there. As a matter of fact, you always want to go a little bit past what you're measuring.
Blasted door. I can
So you can
never seem
adequately
to
see.
open it. Oh, there it is.
Quick!
Blazes.
Damnation!
Goodness, before our very eyes this time.
Outside, quickly. We can attempt to intercept him before he absconds. Lupin is there.
Oh shit. He's surfing on that thing. While they're shooting at him. Not a care in the world.
My men are searching the area, but nothing yet. There's no sign of the stone, and even less of the man himself. We've been trumped. And here I thought our security was perfect.
It was.
Let's lay
Lestrade,
plans
it
and make
was.
some money.
It was impossible for him to enter the museum unless we let him in ourselves.
What are you suggesting? None of my men would have...
It wasn't one of your men, Lestrade. They are all fine police officers. No, it would have been someone who was deceived by Lupin and let him in unwittingly. What do you think, Watson?
Ah, well, you must be right, Holmes, as usual.
Very well. I will have my men keep an eye on the watchman and the architect. Who knows if either of those two chaps is an accomplice of the diabolical Frenchman?
Do that, Lestrade. As for you, Watson, would you be so good as to examine the police who lost consciousness? They may have been injured in the scuffle.
Certainly.
There is a message written on Lupin's calling card. The game begins anew.
Where is that? You should go. The beasts of the entrance know. Look for a dark, not the light. Look for the dark, not the light. The one on the left will steer you right. Is it a reference to the strangely untextured doors and so on in the game? Because if that was this entire time some form of clue that I didn't quite understand the significance of, that would be something. You fool, this whole time you thought you were playing a janky game, but it was all part of my plan. Oh, right. Outside. One on the left. My left or yours? 360. So, my left is over here. Smoking?
A new message. What now?
Well, your report was the greatest of the great, till along did come that Englishman we do hate. What you are now to do is find his Veronese lovers too. Or, sorry, Veronese lovers too. Well, I know Molière. He's a playwright. I think his real name was Jean-Baptiste Poquelin, or Poquelin. I don't know. I'm not the best with French, but I think it's Poquelin. Therefore, the Englishman he refers to is Shakespeare, who was the English counterpart, and arguably, I suppose, at least in the English-speaking world, much better known. His Veronese lovers, Verona, town in Italy, the setting of one of Shakespeare's most famous plays, Romeo and Juliet. So that's the lovers too we're looking for.
I must find a connection to those Veronese lovers.
But I don't remember there being anything about Romeo and Juliet. Or are we to leave the museum and go back to the art gallery? I can't actually leave the map, so it must be here somewhere. Oops. Yeah, normally I can go back to, like, the big map of London, but I can't right now. So it's somewhere in here. Of those places, I suppose this... Or... the reading... Maybe the reading... We haven't had much to do in this room at all, so... Maybe we use one of these to find
This
something.
machine is strange. It must help to locate oneself in this immense library.
Romeo...
Here's what I've been looking for.
Okay. G8. J. E. Here. C, D, E. F. What? Oh, that's the one. Okay, G. 8-4. Is this... Oh, great, we got... Overlays. Okay, so in the G section, starting there, normally 8 would be shelf. Oh, there we go. I'll just do that. I was going to say, there's only 3 4s, so 4 does not refer to the... So, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 4 is the 4th shelf. 8 is... whatever.
There, Romeo and Juliet. Look, a piece of paper seems to be marking a page. There's something written on it.
Leading nowhere, I have seen a door of red copper bronze from ages old, case of the Babylonian door. You are within range of the way out to the next book, my friend, if you know how to count and how to look. The 4th band starting from the ground, you will count the men roaming around. The number found will be that of the page on which you must read the first word I gauge. Now, the 7th, counting from the top, take only the left and then stop. Count the legs of the animals that neigh. Use it as you did the other, that's the way. The book that is used for reference will be found with a bit of chance. The product of the 2 numbers found gives you the page. My device is sound. Okay, so go to the Babylonian door. The 4th band, we noticed that they were numbered, starting from the ground, so 8, 7, 6, 5. You will count the men roaming around. The number found will be that of the page, on which you must read the first word a gauge. Now the 7th, counting from the top, so 7. take only the left and then stop. Count the legs of the animals that neigh, so the horses. Use it as you did the other. That's the way the book that is used for reference will be found with a bit of chance. Product of the two numbers found is the page. Okay.
Thanks to this door, I should know which book to find next.
So let's hop over to the living door. It's been stolen! Alright, so force is 5.
It's an ancient Babylonian door.
Alright, I can't. This is why we should have minutes. Count the men roaming around. On the 11th page. Okay.
It's an ancient Babylonian door.
1, 2, 3, 4. Does this count as roaming? Well, I guess we'll count both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I am going to note them separately. 10. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 19, and 22. Okay. Now, horses, but only on the left. On the left, and then stop. Count the legs of the animals that...
It's an ancient Babylonian door.
We'll just multiply. Well, actually, we won't multiply them by 4 because there's a chance that someone could be standing in a position. No, it doesn't. It looks like we can see all 4 legs on each of them. This one's a little bit obscured. I think that still counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6 and 3. All right.
Thanks to this door, I should know which book to find next.
Now, can I just type in... Just type in the numbers, or... What's it say? The 2 numbers. Okay, so it's only 2 numbers, so I do need to add 19 and 22, 6 and 3. So there's a bit of chance. What does that mean? Did I just enter? I don't know what chance means. Is this anything to us? Alright, let's just enter the number and see. Alright, so we have 41 times 36. That's 6. Four. 1336. Does anything come up with if we do that? Oops.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
Oh, it's not 1436. 1476.
This is where the books dealing with the Empire's dominions are found.
Hindu enchantment, C. Custode, and DW Materia. D147. So all the way there at the top. Quis custodiet ipsos custodes.
Ah, here's the book I was looking for. Hindu enchantment. Nothing special here.
Okay. Oh, we have to get the page. So 41.
Nothing special here. Ah, this book is interesting.
Kali. Okay. So we're supposed to go to the other room. I saw the statue of Kali that wasn't Kali. Kali Ma.
A statue of Kali, the goddess of the dead. Destructive feminine energy.
Or did I miss? Was there a second part of that I missed? The product of the two numbers gives you the page. Okay, so there's a second page. Okay, so we gotta go back. There's 2 pages to read. 2. Lupin made a bold choice, assuming I could read.
Here's the book I was...
Okay, so the other one was... Well, it doesn't go up that way. The product of the two numbers found gives you the page my advice is sound. Haram. I'm gonna probably be that other page. Which wants to read the first word. Okay, we were right on that. The first word is Kali. Now the 7th, counting. Oh, use it as you did the other. That's the way. So there's 3 pages. Okay, so use it as you did the other. That's the way. So page. Page 36. Okay.
Nothing special here.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, this book is interesting.
Kali search.
I found the correct pages in the book. Now, what should I look for?
I thought there was going to be a third, but that's fine. I know where we're going. I mean, where we're going after the first third. Apparently, there is no third page. Oh, it's got a texture now.
A new message. What now?
We are 3 brothers exactly the same, but one of us has been altered in the game. Remove it if you please, but do not hurt us. The addition can be removed without much fuss. Was that a reference to those baboons we saw? There was 3. Well, there was technically 4 of those, but one of them was smaller. Is it this? Oh, it is. Glad I made note of the baboons and their penises. Just
Here are the
hanging
3
out.
brothers that the poem speaks of. Lupin is right. I mustn't destroy this piece, but there is a clue.
It's weird. Yeah, I'll put that.
A new message. What now?
Drink or be drunk. Treaty on wine jokes. But drink is scratched out and then erased and circled. So I gotta search.
All of this must surely have a connection with the books that are found in the reading room.
So I just search for drink. Okay, all right. Drink or be drunk. Treaty on wine jokes. Page 308, E12-3.
Drink and be drunk. Here's the book. One of the pages is dog-eared. It must be important. I'll copy it out.
Its receptacle, over 3 feet high, is adorned with geometric motifs suggestive of leaves and reeds. The handles in which were inappropriate for transportation, very decorative, and were sculpted into the shape of necks and heads of geese resting on the sides of the basin. No doubt the artist imagined them as being ancient guardians of the divine beverage that was destined to be decanted in this sumptuous receptacle, but also as the sarcastic witness of the boorish behavior of the intoxicated guests after a few ladies full in those mockeries. So, okay, it's something. What am I supposed to do with that? Is this referring to that? Oops. Is this referring
It's curious what is written here.
to that thing? That being exactly that. It's not, oh, is that supposed to be goosenecks? I thought it was snakes.
There is something here.
Behind another holding two monkeys. Okay, at this point, why are we playing this game? Behind another holding two monkeys is a man. And the nail of the left thumb starts the plan. Then 3 downwards you must alight. The next step is to go 5 to the right. Find the second, it won't take long. A round picture good for eating. Someone. You'll see 2 young girls at an olive tree. Measure the width of this plate you'll see. First one by 100 minus the second by 10. That gives the exact place where you will find me then. He's got us running back and forth across the museum. Does it not occur to Sherlock that this might be a stalling tactic?
I must find something that resembles the description given in the poem.
I think it's the plates. Yeah, it is. Because a spyglass just showed a spyglass. Spyglass.
Wonderful dishes.
Okay. Behind another, holding 2 monkeys, is a man. The nail of the left thumb starts the plan. Then 3 downwards you must alight. The next step is to go 5. Everybody's holding monkeys. Nobody's holding monkeys. What are you talking about? Does this have us literally? Monkeys is that's maybe over here. Okay. Yeah, works. All right. Monkeys. I'm just going to look down here because I assumed that the clue was over here because we already did the other side.
Great sculpture of a scarab beetle.
This is all Egyptian stuff. Monkeys are going to be over here in the Babylonian section. It's not that one again. Monkeys on here. Lots of animals. I don't see no monkeys.
A man holding 2 monkeys. Curious piece.
Alright. right? So from here, from his right thumb, then what? No, I didn't want to.
A man holding two monkeys. Curious piece.
This. From the nail of the left thumb starts the plan, then 3 downwards, 5 to the right. Two, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I will recopy all of that to better study it. I definitely recognize the distinct cuneiform writing. I must decipher this text.
Okay, it's a cryptogram. That sucks. What's the controls here? Okay, E is that. See any E's? How can there be no E's? Oh, it's already transcribed. See them now. All right. Then, because we have... all right, so if you're not familiar with cryptograms, this is a simple substitution cipher. It uses a cuneiform character set. So what that means with a simple substitution is that it is a message in English, and all of the characters of the English letters have been replaced with another character. It's as simple as that. That's why they call it a simple substitution cipher. To reverse this, basically we need to use contextual clues in what we know of the English language and decipher it. E is the most common letter in the English language, and so if you usually can find E, you usually have a pretty good idea of what the rest of the text says with a little bit of inference. For example, we have these 3 words, right, that end in E, and they're 3 letters long. The most common English word that is 3 letters and ends in E is the. We have 2 E's here. It's a 4-letter word. The 2 E's are separated by a single letter, and there's a single letter beginning. That's going to be here, and we can match that up by saying if this is the, then is this H, and indeed it is the same. So let's start with that, and it is 3. It's a fork with a knife through it. And then this would be T. This would be R. Alright. What else we got? We have some 2-letter words here. We have a T here. There's only so many 2-letter words in English that will do that, so that's probably it. So that would make this an I. If this is a 2-letter word and it's contains neither an I nor a T, then it must be or. So this is probably O, and that would be rest, swords, that one there, and that means this is R. Oh, no, it's not. This must be an F for of. It's the only other real option there. Of course, we do also have a 2-letter word here. That could be R. Oh, no, we already have one. That could be F. This could be so. But we're running into a little bit of a problem here. See, some of this is starting to make sense, but some of it is starting to fall apart too. Like a 4-letter word that is T-H-E something, that's not very common. But if this is an I, these possibly be, because then we would need 3-letter words that end in I. Your. This would be your. This is a U, this is a Y. I believe that this could be forest. If this is an F, then that's an of. Let's do that. And we'll say that this is S for now, anyway. This is probably a Y. They is the only four-letter English word that I can think of that actually is THE something. I mean, it's the only one I can think of. That doesn't mean it's the only one. But it is definitely the most common. So I'm going to say that it's probably a Y. This one. They, something, the, something, it's probably they. Okay, we definitely have a problem because this is not boy. So, yeah, O is wrong. But if O is wrong, this is not forest. Let's press on. We'll fix our mistakes when we get to the end. It'll be easier to see which letters are wrong after we get there. So this is treasure. It's T. No. Oh wait, no, not treasure. Measure. It's an M. Simply finding the right one is the biggest problem. Alright. Two with the thing underneath it. Two with the thing underneath it, but with the things in the middle. What the hell, am I blind? Come on. Where are you? I'm sorry, is this character not here? This one. For this one. What the hell? Alright, fine, let's do you. Alright. So I'm starting to think that this is K. That's a C for rocks. Alright, this is Y. Let's change this. Since we don't know what that is yet. Four-letter English word, THE. They, them take the C? That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to say this is probably N, and this is probably the word and. Oh, okay. Then take the C. Okay, I got you. Then the other most common four-letter English. Then take the C and rocks. What? Oops. No, it's obscuring the. Put it on. Or take the C and put it on the rocks and place. The forest on top of it all. Here is your hill. Measure it, and so on. All right, this is an M. Why can't I find the symbol? No. No. There. Oh, there it is. All right. Of the letters we have, it's not a B. It's not and boo on and go on. Okay. Now we're supposed to search for that.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Okay. I'm actually kind of surprised that that's what we were supposed to do. I thought... Well, it occurred to me that... Just C4. It occurred to me that we're not back at the Tower of London. So... let's see. I've already forgotten. Take the C and put it on the rocks and place the forest on top of it all. Okay. No, you go back up here. The rocks, the C, and then the forest. And then we measure. Measure. Okay. 1720.
There, I measured it properly. 17 centimeter 20.
Although it doesn't matter what order I stacked them in. I could have stacked them in any order and it would have been the same. Picture good for eating. Good for some. So, perfect. Back to the plates.
Wonderful dishes.
Which plate? Two young girls and a
Wonderful dishes.
$52.
There, I measured it properly. Diameter, 52 centimeters. All of this must surely have a connection with the books that are found in the reading room.
So... Hmm. $17.22. First one by 100 minus the second by 10. That gives the exact place we will find it. So 17.2 times 100 is 720. 52 minus the second by 10. So 42? What am I supposed to do with two numbers? No, because the first one by 100 means times 100, so the other one by 10. It must be a parenthetical thing. It must be parenthesis 17.2 times 100 minus parenthesis 52 times 10. And then we subtract those two. So 1,720 minus 520 is 1,200, right?
Elementary.
French cuisine, gastronomic exoticism by Ferdinand Procas. J. J. Table français. Okay. Okay, what am I looking for?
The presence of Lupin in this picture is as anachronistic as the animal he's holding.
A koala. I know what those are. A koala.
A koala. The animal is holding a small piece of paper between its paws.
I can be full of water or full of wine. The potter gave me a beautiful design. I am amongst others, and for your sake you must break me as I am fake. I have two handles, but not one cork. On me I have yellow, brown, and black. You can see animals on another. Is it a sparrowhawk or vulture?
There is something here.
It's the wrong one. Oh, a puzzle. It may surprise you to know, or to learn, that I am not actually that big of a fan of puzzles like this. I find them to be not very intellectually stimulating. They're pretty boring. Nope. Nope. Am I doing something wrong here? This doesn't seem to line up. Oops. Yep, oops.
A new message. What now?
Both bull and lion, guardian and demon, the bearded face of a man strong and true. Why did we have to break the vase and put it back together? It was whole. This picture would have been fine if we had just picked up the vase and read it. Both bull and lion, guardian and demon, the bearded face of a man strong and true, wings spread. I held the next sermon between my sharp claws. I the shadu. Well,
I must find something that resembles the description given in the poem.
I don't remember there being any description of a shadu over here, but it seems like the motif. Right here.
A piece of paper is still hidden there. Lupin must have prepared his coup for weeks, even if he was obliged to improvise somewhat tonight.
From the youngest Henry Award, half his brother, or from the youngest Henry Award, half of his number to Edward, you must replace the king you did obtain with the Richard whose number is the same, minus that of Charles the first to move forward. From John to the first James, you must cut a Christian name. Their numbers plus 3 will do. This given name we give this number 2, and exchange this king with Charles 2. God, there's so much more. Holy shit. Okay, it's 3 pages. The Richard and the Wills will put a number equal, number with skill. 6 right and 1 up high. There you must try to conserve the same number still. The columns order. Oh my god. I don't remember there being anything this elaborate anywhere else in the museum. There was no like. Okay. Columns orders fixed. Change the 4s with the 6. Next, trace a path between 2 sovereigns, from the most aged to the youth, and length of 2 domains. Finish, you must toss Anne to the lion's heart at the center of the cross. Secret one. And I'm not, Sherlock's not saying anything about whether or not this is a book we have to look up or what, but there was, the only thing I remember having anything to do with kings was this book over here. Oh, yeah, these. Oh my god. Youngest Henry Award, half his number to Edward. Just replace the king you did obtain with the Richard whose number is the same. Alright, I guess let's just step through it. The youngest Henry, so Henry. Okay, here's our youngest Henry. Henry the 8th. But half. Half is number to Edward. So Edward the 4th. And then Richard, whose number is the same, minus that of Charles the First. So replace Edward the 4th with Richard the 3rd. Richard the 2nd, Richard the 3rd.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Which is from John to the first James, you must cut a Christian name. A Christian name. John. James? From John to James. I don't know British monarchs terribly well. I mean, I know a little bit about... Oh, there's James the First. I know a little bit, of the history here. That's really about it. All right, so it's John to James. You must cut a Christian name. A Christian name. John to James. John to James. Henry. Word. Oh my God. Okay, right now I'm wondering how much should I... Because I don't want to read too much into the clue and psych myself out. But if we go John to James in this way, we got Henry, Edward, Richard, Jane, Mary, Elizabeth. Mary is a Christian name. It appears in the Bible in a number of places, of course. There's the Holy Mary and Mary Magdalene and a million other Marys. Elizabeth is not a Christian name, and this is where I'm wondering how much should I read into this, like am I psyching myself out, because I know that Elizabeth does not come from the Bible. I think it is a Gaelic name. About that. Jane is not a Christian name. Edward, I think, actually comes from Old English. Henry is a Christian name. And that's it. So it's either Henry or Mary. Numbers plus 3 will do. Let's give a name. We'll give this number 2. Let's give a name. Exchange this with Charles II. Charles II is what's getting replaced. That's obvious. James and John are both Christian names, but it says between them. It says from John to the first James. You must cut a Christian name. Of the two Christian names, Henry appears a million times. I'm almost positive that Edward is not a Christian name. I'm almost positive it comes from Old Anglo-Saxon, because Aethel was like ruler or leader, and Edward, I think, came from Aethel. Richard. It's not a Christian name. It also comes from Old English. Alright, but there's a million Henrys and there's only one Mary. Let's see. Okay, so we must cut a Christian name. We must cut a Christian name. That means that we're cutting it. We're not considering. Their numbers plus 3 will do. So am I supposed to add all of these between here and here, except for Mary? That's a big number. 1, 4, wait. Yeah, 1, 4, 5, 7, 10, 12, 16, 21. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Okay. John to the first James, you must cut a question. Okay, so instead of adding them all up, what if it's just 2 minus 1? So I replace Henry the First with Charles the Second? No, it didn't tell me it was the right thing. So. Oh wait, I'm missing part of it though. Their numbers plus 3 will do. Okay, so 2 minus 1 is 1. Plus 3 is 4. Henry the Fourth, Charles the Second. No. Okay. No, this given name we give this number 2. This given name we give this number 2. So we're looking for it. Okay, so then it's not Mary. Because there's no Mary the Fourth or Mary the anything. There's only one Mary. I mean, there's more than one Mary, but I mean in the set that we're discussing. John and James strike a Christian name. Alright, if it's not Mary, it's gotta be Henry. John of the first James, you must cut a Christian name. Cut a Christian name. Their numbers plus 3 will do. Cut a Christian. What is it? What does that mean? Okay, if I cut a Christian name, no Henrys. John the First, Edward the Second, 2. Plus 2 is 4. Plus 3 is 7. Plus 2 is 9. Skip the Henrys. 9 plus 3 is 12. Plus 5 is 17. Doesn't make any sense. 21. Seven. Give their number to this name. Oh, and then sorry, plus 3, 30. Henry the 30th? Doesn't make any sense. All right. So I'm going to do that. I'm replacing it with all the Henrys.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
I had to brute force it. I just replaced Charles II with every one of the Henrys until I found the right one. Fuck that. That puzzle sucked. Next. So, hold on a second. It was Henry the Sixth. How am I supposed to get to 6? John and James is 2, plus 3 is 5. Where's the extra 1 coming from? Where's the extra 1 coming from? Henry the First wasn't even in that group. Fuck, okay. Sorry, Frogwares. That was a really bad puzzle. That was really fucking bad. I don't know how the fuck anyone's supposed to figure that shit out. I was doing just fine. I got 3/4 of the puzzle done. But where's the extra 1 supposed to come from? The Richards and the Wills look for their equal number with skill. 6 right and 1 up high. One another you must try to conserve the same numbers still. Okay. Was the pool number for their equal number with skill. 6 right and 1 up high. Okay, so if I replace Richards and Wills with their...
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Oh. I thought I would have to do...
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
I was gonna say, I thought I would have to do all of them. Okay. So, okay. That's both of them. There's only... Oh, not Richard the Third. And... was there a William the Third? Second... Third.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Okay. Now, what is this one? Six right. Is that it for the 3rd paragraph? Are we on to the 4th? The column's order is what you must fix. The placement could be better. Change the 4s with the 6. 2, 3, 4th column. 6th column, so I'll just change that.
Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Okay. That wasn't so bad. Next, trace a path between 2 sovereigns from the most aged to the youth and link the 2 domains. Okay. Hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Oh my god. I gotta start over. Oh my god. That button should not be there. It's too close to... Oh my god. God damn it. When the youngest Henry award half his... I think I can remember what I was supposed to do. Alright, if I remember correctly, the first one was replacing... It was... Edward... 4 with Richard 3.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Okay, then there was the stupid one where I had to replace Henry 6 with Charles 2.
Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Then I had to exchange all of the Williams and Richards.
Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Okay. Then it was just a column one.
Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step. Perfect. Now on to the next step.
Okay. Alright, that's where I was. 2 sovereigns from the most aged to the youth. Alright, so William I is the oldest monarch listed here. The newest one, this is 1895, so George II. Most aged to the youth, and link the two domains. Two domains. Or do they mean the aged as in like the youngest to the oldest monarch as in when they became monarch or when they reigned? I thought they meant the earliest, like the first monarch to the last. Two domains. Why does it say two? Is there dancing involved here? Is there fashion? Two. To finish, you must toss Anne to the lion's heart at the center of the cross. Okay, Richard I was Richard the Lionheart. I know that. So... Anne. Alright, here's one line of the cross, I assume. If it's a cross, it's 2 lines. So here's one line. How do we get our other line? And link the two domains. 22 domains? 2. Or is that a typo? 2. Here's one line of the cross. Where's Richard I right now? Where did he end up? Richard, okay, here's the lion-hearted. Anne is the other one. So this and this. Okay, so this is the center of that, where Jane Grey is now. at the center. So, Jane.
This metal is a fake, and I must open it. It appears to be quite solid, and I don't want to break its contents. I must find a precision instrument.
That's not the location of the metal I took. I think after all that, they just would have gotten it. Okay, your tool. I think there's tools in here. All I need, so let's go talk to this guy and see where we can get tool. Got any tools?
Ah, if it isn't the architect. Tell me, would you happen to have amongst your tools an implement that could split metal?
Ah, yes. In fact, I have an extremely rare tool whose sole purpose is that.
Convenient.
Could I borrow this implement?
It should be over there. It's a saw with a diamond-edged blade, made in South Africa. It cuts the hardest of steels like butter. There are only 3 in the world. By Jove, I can't seem to find it.
Was it prudent to leave it here for all to see?
I only received it last night, and I was waiting until I had the combination to this strongbox in which to store it. In any case, it was still there when the workmen left, and I was to take it when I went home. My goodness, where could it be?
I will attempt to find something else, thank you.
Case of the stolen diamond saw. What's supposed to do? It's probably the fucking watchman. There's something not right about him.
Now, Watson, do you always stroll around with a hammer? Are you using it for testing Lupin's victims' reflexes?
No, no, Holmes. It's just...
I do believe I could use that tool.
Certainly, take it. I must replace it near...
Later, Watson.
Wasn't expecting that, but alright. Okay, now that I have a hammer, am I just going to wail on this thing until it opens? What am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to do that?
It's the only way. I hope I don't damage the paper that I assume is inside.
If you find a book in this library, it is best from the great circle, know the sections, and then the shelves where they rest. Then from left to right, count the divisions. On the antique Egyptian stela, you will see a false hieroglyph which will give you the start. To find the rest, you must count again for me, left to right, down to up. Let's see if you're smart. Okay. This is starting to get
Find an
really
Egyptian stela.
tedious. Okay, well, I know where to find the Egyptian stela. It's Egyptian section.
Granite lid of the sarcophagus of Setjau, viceroy of Nubia in the reign of Ramesses II. Granite sarcophagus of Parhemnetjer, high priest. Colossal limestone bust of Amenhotep.
Stela. Did it give me any kind of clue? Oh, okay, it just says a false hieroglyph, so I have to look for it. Can I see it with my naked eye? It seems like that would be much more efficient than using a magnet. Although, no. Just click.
Unless the Egyptians took up Latin, this letter E is in Luke.
Okay, oops. too fast. 8th line, 9th column. So,
This sheet is slightly older than these books.
it's a musical score. I can barely read it. Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner, but he knew he couldn't last. Jojo left his house in Tucson, Arizona. See some California grass. Get back. Oh, to where you once belonged. Okay. Let's get
It's a
back.
musical score. This melody certainly has a meaning. It's most likely a popular tune. I'll need the advice of an expert.
Hey, I have an anachronistic song.
If I could bother you again.
Absolutely.
Apparently you're a true music aficionado. Can you enlighten me on this score?
Not in the least, my dear sir. Even if I am unbeatable when it comes to the lyrics to both traditional and popular songs, I do not know how to read music, and I couldn't tell Mozart from a pudding recipe if it was being sung.
I'll have to find a way to play the tune.
Okay, well there's a violin. You know how to play the violin. You're Sherlock Holmes. Play the violin.
This instrument will do the job.
Where'd you go? Oh, this.
So, Mr. Holmes.
Apparently you're a true music aficionado.
Not in the...
I'll have to find a way to play.
Hold on, I'm gonna equip the...
Now listen well.
Return, return, return from whence you went. Return, return, return from whence you went.
Do you recognize this music?
Certainly. A little ditty by a quartet who failed to meet with any great success. Their coiffures, which I thought were just divine, were thought to be a little too avant-garde and didn't do well either.
I don't appreciate this gag. I'm not enjoying this.
Do you know the name of the quartet or that of the song?
The song is Return, and the group The Scarabs.
Return, the Scarabs. I thank you.
Return quickly.
Didn't enjoy that joke.
There's a piece of stucco, darkened with shoe polish, with a message inside.
Have you been quick? Outside it's night, where the sun is the museum's hidden light. It has a full court and invites you to dance, but remember to... Give the key a turn. Okay, this is so... Come on, Sherlock, seriously. We're just gonna sit here in the museum playing this guy's game all night. At this point, is there any belief at all that we would learn or do anything of value? We've been at this for over an hour. I like puzzles, and I understand this is a game, but this has gone on way too long. And it's become asinine at this point. Give the key a turn, get the music to swing. Look at them around their astral king. Count the turns as they go past. As they follow their path, you must be fast. Add them all, but Arséne says that the little white one turns 2 ways. Then take the blue planet on which we fly. Okay, so the astrolab. We have to go to the astrolab and we have to do things. Take the product of both numbers. You now have one, which 1,000 you must add. If you have got it and know what to do, it's time to go.
I must find something that resembles the description given in the poem.
Yeah, it's the astrolabe.
I must count the number of turns executed by each of the planets and make the calculation based on Lupin's poem. Such an imagination.
But I should probably do it on the correct planet. Okay. There's add them all, what Arséne says. The little white one turns 2 ways. Square its rotations and then multiply by 2. Okay. What is this going to do? It looks like it'll give me the number, so. So the little white one is, oh. It's dead. I have to do them individually? Okay, that seems like a gigantic waste of time. Earth, well known to be the largest planet in the solar system. According to this model. Okay. I can't believe I'm making me do each of these individually. I just have to sit here and wait to get the number that I need. Also notice that there's only 6 planets, but it's 1895, and I can't recall if there was a... I can't recall exactly when the planets were discovered. So 6, 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. And we are to add them all, but Arséne says that the little white one turns 2 ways. If I click the moon alone, then that one I can't do. Okay, so So 6 plus 5, 11, 14. I'm going to skip the moon for now. So 14, 18, 20, 21. The moon is 13. So 34, but it goes around the moon with the Earth. So 34 plus 3 for rotating around, for the Earth, the moon rotating around the Earth, rotating around the sun is 37. Okay, so that's our total. Earth's rotation is... Then take the blueprint of square its rotations by 2. Okay, so... What the fuck? The numbers are gone. Okay. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. So 37 into 18. Take the product of both numbers to each 1,000. You must add. So 37 times 18 is 666 plus 1,000 is 1,666. Is this another one I have to search for? 1666. Like another book.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Necronomicon, Greek translation from the original Al-Azif by A. Al-Zrad, I-13.
No book, but Lupin has left me a message. The last, undoubtedly.
Thank Christ. Dear Mr. Holmes, enough of enigmas and Alexandria. If you are reading this, it's because I have carried off my 3rd victory and successfully wasted my time. Yes, you have. All props to you, sir. The next, I have to admit, between the two of us, is certainly the most perilous. There is something in this world that money can't buy. In its name, millions of men have died, sword in hand and a smile on their lips. Illustrious conquerors and mighty armies have attempted in vain to take what I am preparing to steal. Only one person in the world can cause me to fail, and despite the two of us, this person may just be my most precious ally as well. I am priming a battle on a field that I have studied 1,000,000 times, but is completely unknown at the same time. But I digress, and must be testing your patience. Not far from where you are, there is a man who is whistling or humming. If you ask him who is the person dearest in the world to him, he will balk at answering, but will eventually show you a portrait. I would ask you to carefully observe this portrait, because soon enough, its face will disappear. Talk to the fucking guy. Oh, no. What? How did that even happen?
Pardon me, but I wanted to ask you a question that is somewhat delicate.
Anything you'd like, pet.
I want to know who's
Don't
the
fucking call
person
me
who
that.
means the most to you.
It's you, my one and only you.
Listen well, I'm working on the case at hand. If you do not cooperate immediately, I will advise your superiors in the most detrimental terms possible of your antagonism. Is that clear?
Well, well, well. What do you want, anyway? I've done all I could to help you. What does the question mean, anyway?
I've been told that you keep a portrait of someone who is very important to you.
Oh, that. It made the workmen laugh when I showed it to them. But, you know, she means a lot to them, too.
How is that possible? They know her also?
What a question. Of course they do. And you, too, for that matter. She must certainly be one of the people who means most to you, isn't she?
How would I know?
You're English like me. And isn't every Englishman
What, the
happy
fucking
and
Queen?
proud when he sees that noble face?
He's gonna steal
It's
Queen
Queen
Victoria's face? He's gonna steal Queen Victoria's face?
There, Holmes.
That sounds awesome.
I told you everything. You are correct. Someone on the inside did help Lupin enter the museum, and I must shamefully confess that it could only have been me. That rogue, under the guise of a journalist, played me, and I was blind to it all. He even left me his card the first time we met. Here, look. Maybe there's a clue.
Here's Urquhart Allen, independent journalist. Okay. Oh. Well, I thought maybe it was an anagram, but there's a Q in here. But if we just take first name, middle initial, last name to get rid of all the extra letters, then we get A, R, S, E, N, E, L, U, T. Yeah, so that would be an anagram. So...
It's a shame that you didn't show me this card earlier, my dear Watson. Our adversary is both talented and bold, more than any other criminal mastermind we have ever fought, with one exception, and he has fooled us yet again. This adventure, however, has forced him to discover something. We have the lead, and he has had to improvise. In addition, he inevitably must have had a retreat somewhere in the vicinity to be able to observe us and to hound your footsteps. He's ingenious and has certainly left the location already, but he may, in his haste, have left some small clues behind.
But we have no idea where his hideout could have been. The only place we might receive any information is the Golden Lion, but nobody there will say anything to you or me.
Indeed, the Golden Lion is a hostile spot, unless you use the same weapons as your adversary.
Disguise.
Now, Watson, disguised thusly, will I do justice to the clientele of the Golden Lion?
Tremendous, Holmes. But what am I to do?
Out of the two of us, you are the wordsmith. I'll need you to write a letter, send a copy to Lestrade, addressed to the Prime Minister, in order to have an interview with this person.
You are not serious, Holmes.
It can't be more obvious. This must be the target of Lupin's next crime.
I must lay down for a moment.
I am counting on you, Watson. See you soon.
Oh, Watson, do you have the vapors? Alright, that's it then for this part. It went on a little bit long, but we got through it. It sounds like we're getting pretty close to the end, so the next part probably will be the last. But until we get to that part, I will say goodbye. Have a nice day, take care, and we'll see you on the next one.